Hey guys, this is Kieran Kyo, um, here with my week 10 assignment. And first, I want to talk about the reading. And this kind of fits with my video from last week because I told you guys that myself and my ex girlfriend are trying to work things out. So, the chapter this week is the first chapter that I've read uh, every word on every page. I thought it was a great source of information, and I'm actually hoping to share that with her tomorrow when I leave. So I'm leaving to go down to see her tomorrow evening. I'll be down there for a week. So I really got a lot out of the reading this week. Um, Learned a lot about myself and a lot about our relationship and conflict resolution. So moving into the assignment for one, enhancing your love map. I actually thought this was a neat exercise and I shared it with her as well. But I scored an 11 out of 15, I believe. And there was a couple things that I missed on there. Just more so lack of details than lack of actual information. Um, the ideal job, I got the wrong grade. She wants to be a biology teacher, but I said fourth grade, not middle school. And I don't know. That might be being too specific, but same thing with me. Uh, when she did it, she said firefighter, and you know, I was thinking more specific. Firefighter, medic, rescue, specialization. So the ones I had difficulty with was favorite music group because I said Guns N' Roses because I know she likes Guns N' Roses, but she ended up saying that she didn't have a favorite music group. Uh, and I'll practice acceptance on that because I think everybody should have a favorite music group. Anyway, moving on to number two, nurturing fondness and admiration. The first one that I circled was sensitive, and I circled that because throughout our relationship, she's been extremely sensitive to many things. Uh, the thing that really comes to mind, it's kind of a funny story. She and I were in Georgia last summer, and I had to put down a cat at a Chick Fil A in Georgia, and she was really upset by it. Uh, and we ended up talking about it for much longer than I thought we should talk about it for. The next one I circled was intelligent. Uh, she's got a 4 year degree in biology with a focus in ecology. And, since we've split up last year, she's gone to get her master's in teaching. So she's extremely smart. And the next one I circled was brave. I circled that because, when I met her, she and I had both moved. I had moved back to Washington, and she had moved here uh, because she thought that she would like the Northwest. She got a job with the AmeriCorps, uh, doing environmental services in classrooms and stuff. And I thought it's extremely courageous to move across the country to, pursue a volunteer opportunity. For exercise three, turning to another in times of joy and stress. Um, so the main thing that I picked up here was the pick a good time to talk. Uh, like I told you, we're trying to work things out, and a large part of that involves talking on the phone because not a lot can be communicated through text messages. So, we try to communicate when we can talk on the phone, if at all, and then, of course, doing things like FaceTime and things like that. And how's it different in times that I was not able to rely on her? Uh, lately, especially, I think it's a lot, has something to do with the fact that, we're kind of trying it out again, and it's almost like a new relationship. It's kind of like a new relationship. Uh, but when we're not able to make that phone call, especially if I have something going on that I wanted to talk to her about, you know, I have a lot of fear and anxiety and tend to get anxious. And I think, in reading the chapter, I I'm going to look it up here because I don't remember how to actually pronounce the word. But I primarily feel like the Eros primary love style describes me. Um, so I'm kind of predisposed to anxiety and fear, and I think over time we she and I are we're we kind of from the get go this time we're trying to build a long term relationship, and trying to build compassionate love along with passionate love. So taking some key concepts from page 379, and I mean all of them as well, but specifically that's what we want. So um, for exercise 4, answering the true and false questions. Um, so I scored above 6, well above 6. Um, so I guess our relationship is strong, and at this time, I think something that I need to work on is, like the book says, uh, you know, things can change in my mind quickly and can shift my perception from positive to negative quickly. And addressing the fears that I have, especially irrational fears, uh, maybe not necessarily with her, but just addressing them will have a big change in the consistency and how I see that. So solving solvable problems, uh, I think that we've really taken, uh, we're trying to work on things that we can work on, and a lot of those have to do with trust and uh, the logistics of how things are going to work out if they work out, because she's so far away, um, and then recognizing the unsolvable problems, and learning to accept that. Um, you know, she's she personally feels like, uh, for herself, she's anti-abortion. Um, it's something that she doesn't want to go through. And, for myself, I think that abortion's a great thing. And, you know, women should have the choice to do that. Uh, and the key there is that, to have choice. It's not a get out of jail free card. And I've got to accept, and I'm working on it, that that's where she's at. And, you know, if she gets pregnant, that's it. We're having a kid. And hopefully she's not going to get pregnant again. Some of you may know that she did at one point, uh, and there was complications with that. But you know we've accepted that we're not ready for that, and we're not pursuing that as a real option. We're just trying to put contingency plans in place in case that does happen. Um, so the gridlock problem, um, typically, per the book, the gridlock problem will occur, uh, and when the fourth horseman kind of arrives, and uh, our real goal to solving that is, just like we haven't actually done the task yet to create that list of things that were not non-negotiable and areas of flexibility. Um, but using the open conflict model that was presented in this book, and using some of the exercises to take some space to calm down. Um, for me, it was great to learn that some of my responses to conflict are biological, and you know and learn better ways to address those so we can continue to have a productive, rational conversation. Uh, so that's what I've got for this week. Um, I don't want to make this video super long, and I did want to talk about my genogram a little bit, um, but I'll just give you the quick rundown. Um, I am the oldest of four. My parents are still married. Um, just about everyone in my family has remained married, who's gotten married. Um, my mom is the second youngest of four. My dad is the middle child of eight. Uh, my dad's family is from Ireland. My mom's family is from Michigan. My my dad's a teacher. My mom's a nurse. My granddad and nana on my dad's side. My nana doesn't work. My granddad owned an electrician company there, and he's passed away. My mom's side, my granddad he taught um, at Washington State University, and so he was a veterinarian there, and he taught vet school at WSU. And my grandma was a nurse for a lot of years, and she's retired now. So that's the main trend through my family tree. Um, thanks for listening. Have a nice day.